Today I'm going to be using the Innova scan tool to test a battery and alternator. But first I want to say thank you Innova for sending me over the 5610. So far it's been a great scan tool, and now let's see how it does with a battery and alternator test. This car in the morning has sometimes flashed the charging system warning light on the dashboard. That's that little battery light that looks like this. I have an idea what the issue might be just from visual inspection, but let's go ahead and do the battery and alternator test and just make sure that they're fine. Now it's pretty easy. Basically with the 5610 you just hit the M button to get to the main menu, and then I can just scroll down here and you can see where it says battery test and alternator test right up there. So I'm going to go ahead and click enter here. And I do like the fact that it did pull up this information itself. I didn't have to put that information in, so it did detect the model and year of the car. So yes, that's the vehicle. And I'm going to go ahead and start here with the battery test first. So I'm just going to click enter, and it comes up to the battery test portion. So this basically tells you, the vehicle is not moving, make sure it's in park, parking brakes on, turn the engine off, and turn the key to the on position, but do not start the engine. Now it's going to have me turn on the headlights, so let me reach over here, get that done real quick. Okay, now I'll click continue, and then it's got a little countdown timer. I'll speed this up. Okay, now turning off the headlights. Continue. Start the engine one time within 30 seconds. Go ahead and get that done. And you can see battery status, it's giving me a warning, so looks like it's not doing too great. So that was a pretty quick and easy test for the battery. Looks like the battery's not the greatest, and let's go ahead and do the alternator test next. So I'm just going to go back to the main menu here, clicking on main menu. Then I'll hit enter, go back into the battery and alternator test. And this time I'm going to scroll down and select alternator test. Hit enter. Okay, it says my engine needs to be running at normal temperature, start the engine, turn on my headlights, and it said not to do this on a hybrid or smart alternator or electric vehicles. So go ahead and hit continue since I am not one of those vehicles. Kind of nice here, it's showing me the alternator test has bouncing around 14.10 volts. It says to increase my engine RPM to above 2000, so that's what I'm doing now. Try to hold it above 2000, and it looks like that countdown timer is going down. Oh, I got under 2000, so it restarts it. So anyway, so keep it above 2000, and we'll just let that timer go down. I'll speed it up. Okay, I sped that up, but now it says turn off the headlights and return the engine to idle. So here we go. Okay, now it's showing the alternator status is good, and looks like it was 14.22 volts. So it says that's within specification. Okay, so now we're basically done with the testing here. We tested the battery and it was warning, not very good, and the alternator passed. So let me go ahead and show you what I saw in that visual check, and you'll kind of see where the problem probably lies. And here we go. Look at all this corrosion on these terminals. That's pretty bad. So they might not be making a very good connection, and even if you look at this battery's almost 8 years old, 12, 15. So yeah, it's like December 23 right now. So yeah, 8 years on a battery, that's pretty good. This is looks like a little Walmart battery. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. 8 years, wow. But yeah, that corrosion's pretty bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these terminals cleaned up. And 8 years is good on a battery. I definitely think this one will just get swapped out. Well, since it was so easy to run that test, I went ahead and cleaned these terminals off. Make sure we get a better connection. So it looks pretty good here, you can see. And I decided to just run this test again just to see how it would perform. Okay, starting the second test after I cleaned those terminals pretty good. So I'm going to speed the video up here so you don't have to watch the whole thing with the setup and everything. Okay, the test is finishing up, turning off the headlights. Hit continue. Start the engine. And the battery actually passed. So cleaning off the terminals did help. But just due to the age of this battery, I don't want anybody getting stranded. I'm just going to go ahead and swap it out for a new one. I mean, I think I've got my life out of it. And plus, it's not first thing in the morning when it's cold out, which can kind of make your battery a little bit worse. Okay, got the new battery installed, so everything's kind of cleaned up and looking good. So I decided to run a test on the new battery just for fun, so let me speed this up for you real quick and you can see the results. And the battery status is good. Of course we knew it was going to be good, it's a new battery, but anyways, just wanted to do a quick demo and show how you can use the 5610 for battery testing and alternator testing. Well, that's it for the video. Thanks for watching.